Hey guys, I'm back. I know it's been a while. It's been a rough couple of months and everything, so I kind of do owe you a bit of an apology about that. I mean, I was trying to do different avenues. You know, honestly, it's a big case of trying to be something that you're not. And, you know, I can't help it. You gotta see what happens, so what's good, what's not. But, you know, I pushed myself, tried a bunch of different avenues, but what's really important is this. Put the hat back on, did what I do best. We're gonna go back to making balloons. Because, let's face it, the Earth thing was okay, but really, this is truly a balloon channel. It's not a gaming channel, it's not a drawing channel, heaven forbid it's not a makeup channel because I don't wear that. But this is truly a balloon channel, maybe a costume channel, I don't know. Definitely not a vlog one. I mean, I wanted to come back earlier. I really did. But after the incident that everybody saw, the Logan Paul incident, it really stirred up a lot of things from my past and everything, and I just wasn't in the right mindset to come back. But now that I went back to my old place, I went back to making balloons over at the flea market, I think it's time that, I come back. So, from now on, I really did push myself with the last ones, because I kept doing like 3-4 videos a week, trying to, make new things. But I think that kind of like pushed me a little bit more over toward the edge than anticipated. So, we are back. We are back making balloons. I'm going to stick with balloons. I really don't think anything else is going to come up. I mean, unless you guys want to, see puppeteering and everything, but we're going to stick with balloons from now on. So, that's all done. That's all out in the open. It's going to be one video a week so that I don't lose my mind again. I don't want to end up in a nut house. Plus, I won't, push myself further than I really have to. So, what to do for our first one? I was so excited to come back. I was like, how do I forget what to do? Life. You stink sometimes. Alright, dang it, I had it written down. Shoot. Oh, derp. Derp, derp, derp. I even had it here in my bag. Let's do Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol was... How did I forget that? Wow, I'm getting old. But, let's not play the guess the age game. Some of you might be right. Some of you might think I'm, older. But, yeah, Paw Patrol was actually a big thing when I went back to going to the Q-Mart or going back to the flea market. Once I started doing one Paw Patrol dog, everybody wanted Paw Patrol. Even the grandmothers, even the parents, they're like, I sit there and I watch Paw Patrol with my sons, my daughters, my nephews, my nieces, my grandchildren. They love Paw Patrol. So, I was like, I guess I gotta watch some Paw Patrol. Not too bad. Not too bad. But, we're gonna go ahead and let's do Chase. Chase was actually a really popular dog. Now, Chase is the police officer. If, you're doing a party and you're like, oh, I want the police officer dog. Or I want the blue dog. Because he does wear a blue police officer outfit. So, what you're going to need is, I think I only used one blush for the face. You're definitely going to need brown. Brown is definitely a big one. So, you're going to need one blush 260. I actually used a blush 160 for around the eyes. I basically used the 260 for the muzzle, and then the 160 would get the, I'll show you. Yeah, I don't have a Google search of that. he's got, right there, I don't know if it's showing up. Get close, okay. He's got that tan around his eyes, but I didn't want it to basically push out the eyes and give him big bug eyes. Because usually when you do, like I did with the Spider-Man with this thin one around the eyes, it didn't push the eyes out too much. But you're going to need that. You're going to need, I would say, sorry, burp, 3 to 4 brown. These are your mocha browns. Not the dark ones, you need the light ones. For the body, you're also going to need blues. Alright, you're going to need, I should have gotten these out beforehand, but that's life again. Stinks when you're ready, and it's all ready when you're not. Alright, you're going to need a 260 blue for the hat, like that, and a 160 blue. Keep it around the same color too. His character does have dark blue, but I kind of used up all my dark blue for making Elsa's that weekend, so I'm using light blue. So the thin one, the 160 is going to be used for his police outfit. Your big one, your 260, is going to be used for his hat. Now, you're also going to need, this one's pretty complicated, so, get your little checklist done. You're going to need a yellow 260. Not 260, 160. This is what's going to be used for the little paw print emblem that's in the middle of his hat, and it's also going to make a nice little brim around it too, because it does have a yellow there. You could do the same thing. You could have one for like the collar and have it going down the police outfit if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Oh, I did not miss that. Necessary to have it for the outfit. You need it for the hat though. So, other than that, white 260 eyes always. He does have a darker brown nose, so if you have your espresso dark, or you could use black, but just a little bit, just a little piece for the nose, because it is a darker color. Alright, I might be grabbing more balloons as we go, but that's typically what we're down to. So, to run it back, one blue 160, one blue 260 for the outfit, 3 mocha browns for the main coat, and some of the face too. 1 flesh 260, 1 flesh 160, 160 yellow, and 160 white, 160 black or mocha, whichever you have. Mocha is, well, not mocha, but espresso. Whichever you have, go ahead and use that. Honestly, I don't like using espresso because I can never tell the difference between black and espresso when using them. And I usually pull it out, it's like, oh, wrong color, there's a waste of blue. Alright, so anyway, let's get this started. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the face back, like we always do. Always start with the face. Because once we get the face, we can get the body right, we can get the hat right, we can get everything right. So I'm going to start with my blush. Not going to need too much since we're only going to be making it for the muzzle. We're not going to need it for the chest, we're not going to need it for like anything higher than the eyes. So, whew, I miss doing this so much. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 1-inch ring, loop twist. Terminology. One thing that apparently slipped my mind. 1.5-inch bubble here. Squeeze it as you go because you're going to do a lot of twisting in this area, especially with the face. So I made 2 single bubbles here, brought it right back up into our loop twist. Squeeze it as you go. Make another loop twist. Don't connect it yet, alright, because there's going to be a lot of pressure in here. At least the amount of pressure we're going to have, the better. Alright. Set your nose now. I don't think, yeah, that's the one I grabbed, okay. I have such a clutter here, I don't know what is going on. But yes, put your nose on now. Because that's going to help hold the face together. Again, if you're using a scrap, you only need a little bit here. But yeah, you're going to need a 1-inch bubble. There we go. But yeah. Again, snip it if you need it. Use a scrap, you know. It's fine. Go ahead and attach that to the tip of your flesh here. Alright, so this is your 2 bubbles. These are your little loop twists in the back. Connect it to the end of your 2 bubbles here. Double knot that. Kids will want to pull off the nose. Now before I pull it back, I'm going to go ahead and double knot this now. 1 and 2. Alright. Push it down. Basically, thumb and forefinger, pull this back. That's going to make a very nice tight knot here. Pull it into your 2 loop twists here. Twist around nice and good. Give that a snip. We don't need it. Save it for later. Alright. I'm going to force my nose facing it right now. Alright. Because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of pressure here. You don't want to be messing with it too much once you're, once you get started. Next, I'm going to grab my blush 160. Alright, grab my tiny pump. Alright. You're not going to need too much. Just enough that you're going to be able to get those eyes covered. So it's basically going to be, say about, it's a good 6 inches. You want to go up and down on both sides of the eyes. Of course, you're going to be squeezing it along the way too. So 6 inches might not seem like a lot, but once you start squeezing it, you might get another 4 or 5 inches out of that. Also, get your white going. Said it was going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot in the face here. Just a little bit. Not too much. Guess I could have used a scrap for that, but it's alright. It's already got air in it. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. Right here. It's about the distance of your index finger. So you can see I can put my index finger on top. It goes a little bit further. This is about, let's say, 2 inches. Right here. Again, you're going to be squeezing it. It's a high pressure situation. You're not going to want too much pressure on these balloons. Again, if you're going to be giving it to a small child, don't want that pressure. Grab a brown. That's it. We're going to have 3 balloons going at the same time. So, later we're going to incorporate the 4th one. This one. You're going to go ahead and leave yourself a good 2 fists, as you would say, 2 fists of balloon. It's about 6 inches here. Again, keeping it nice and loose. That's going to be used for the back of the head and the ears. So right now you should have something that looks like this. Alright. You got your eyes, you got your face. Let's make some magic. Alright, I'm going to start with a brown. I'm going to go ahead and base my eyes right now. So I'm going to go ahead, pull it up about 2.5 inches. Oh. Yeah, about 2 inches. You want it to be a little bit less than your white. Or about the same. Say about the same. Right there. Alright, now Chase has pointy ears. So I'm going to go ahead, bring it out another 2 inches. I guess I could have used another one, but that's okay. You have extra brown. I made a whoops. That's alright. So I'm going to do 2 2-inch bubbles up here. This is going to be my head base. This is going to be the top of my head. This is where the hat's going to go. That's where all the eyes are connecting and everything. So, before this becomes unraveled, bring up your blush. Give it a good squeeze. Connect it in. Now that's locked, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to start filling in with my brown at this point. So I'm going to bring it down, connect it, bring it back up. That should be done with your first brown. I'm going to bring the end, and lock that in. So now I have 3 balloons of brown, 1 balloon of blush, and 2 balloons up here for the ears. So, I'm going to take another brown. Yeah, I guess I should have grabbed the extra brown, but that's okay. I'm going to make another balloon. same size. Because we already have the base of our head done. We have one ear. So, I'm going to go ahead and connect that into our face. Right at the base. Base. Now, I'm going to make sure that I have one good balloon separating where the eyes are going to be. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a nice big one here. It's going to be a little bit larger, but it's going to be able to separate my eyes. See, it comes out a little bit more than the others. So this is going to be my base. Make your second ear. Now I'm going to leave this brown up here for now. Alright, this is going to be our head filler. It's going to fill out more of the back, anywhere that we might need brown later on. And this basically is going to make our head big enough that when we put the hat on, it's not going to flop forward, it's not going to flop backward. Alright, so we're going back to our eyes. I'm going to go ahead, since I have my brown base here, I'm going to roll the blush tone that I moved over there into its proper spot. So I moved it from here over to here. I'm going to bring my blush down, keeping it nice and soft as I do it, back into the muzzle. So right now, as you can see, there's two blush right here. I'm going to separate that with my thumbs, squeeze the white, and place that white in between your two blush. Connect it into the ears. Put that off to the side. See, by doing that, it doesn't push out the white so much. So if I turn it, it's not pushing it out. Take your blush, go ahead and do the same thing. Keep it nice and soft. Separate that in half. Connect it to the ear. And just finish it off. Bring it back down. Connect it into the face. Separate with your thumbs. Grab your white. Place it right in the middle. So now he's got two eyes. Just like so. And if you did it right, your nose is going to be right smack in the middle. So now you have something that looks like a pretty awesome bunny face. Bring down your brown and start filling out the back here, because right now there's only two brown here. We want it to be a little bit more full. So I'm going to cover up my loose brown that's underneath my blush tones here first. Again, keeping it nice and loose because it is very tight right now. Alright, I'm going to start filling out the back, and I should get one more pass, complete pass back up and down. And bring that back down. Okay, so right now I have a full head, whole back is covered with brown, the face is nice and steady right in the front. We got your ears, and we're good. At this point, you could put the hat on right now. That's what I'm going to do. You could put it on later, but honestly, once you get the body on, the head's going to want to move a lot. So you want to anchor that hat down right away. Now, hats for them are actually really easy. I tried a whole bunch of different, styles and everything. I found this one works really well for the majority of the dogs. Digger, it works well for, if I can remember the Dalmatian's name. I'm sure somebody's going to comment that. But yeah, it worked well with them. What you're going to do is basically a loop hat. It's going to be 4 loops all together. You're going to have your main brim. You're going to have 2, and then 1 at the back. Basically a back brim. So this is about a 1.5 inch loop. Open it up with your fingers. So I'm just taking my fingers, pushing it, pulling it apart, and then taking my thumbs and pushing down. Like so. That's going to open up your loop a little bit more. Go ahead and attach it to the front. Squeeze it while you do it because there's still a lot of pressure here. Make sure it's nice and center. Alright, now I'm going to do another loop. About the same size, if not a little bit bigger. But we don't want it so big that we're going to end up losing our yellow. So like so. So right now you should have a little bit of an L shape going on here. Third loop is going to be smaller than the second one. So it's about a 1-inch loop twist. Again, being very careful. So you can see it's a little bit smaller. So right now he looks like he's got a really awesome mohawk going on. And your back one, it's going to just do a simple loop, finish it off. Like so. So now we got a decent hat on him. Or if you want to do a mohawk, this is a really nice way to do a mohawk. Alright, grab your 160 yellow. You're only going to need a little bit of it. Just a little ball of it. Just a 1-inch ball. If you're good with Sharpie, go ahead and draw a little paw print once you get it on. Don't draw it beforehand. Learn that out the hard way. Place it in between your front and your second balloon. So it's going to be, this is your front, this is your second. You're going to put it right in between these two. Now, usually you pull it off to the side of the head, like so. But we're actually going to take our tail and put it in between our loop. So put it right in, and I'm just going to pull it. Like so. So it's going to go ahead and be pulled in, but it's not going to be like fully sucked in. So give it a little bit of a yank, but not so much that you're going to lose it. Pull it into the ear, lock it in. Alright, now this is where the fun part goes. We're going to gently, emphasis on gently, let our yellow rest in between, well, rest from the second balloon to the third balloon. We're going to go ahead and connect that down into our ears. So basically, I just made a yellow line going from the front here, where our yellow is, come around and hit up to the third balloon. Taking it, twist it, give a little bit of a tug. Not so much, because we don't want to lose our back here. Have it go ahead and connect right on the other side, the front. So, let me show you. We get a nice yellow ring that goes all around the hat. And it also pushes our ears down. Alright, so they're not going to be flying all over the place and ruining a child's day. Or poking an eye out. So at this point, you can take your marker before you forget. You can also do it at the end. Draw a little paw print. They have a little paw print on their head. So it's basically an upside down heart and 3 toes. 1, 2, 3. So, let me show that for the camera. Right there. Paw print. Done. Now, the hard part is over. The face is the hard part. Go ahead, do your bottom jaw. If anything, don't mess up the face. For the rest of it, we're just going to need 1 or 2 more browns. Oh, yeah. For the body. We're just going to do a simple dog body at this point. Because, honestly, the kids really just like the face. They like the face because they see it and they go, ah, it's Chase! Or it's Digger! But body doesn't matter at this point. Alright, I have not seen a child take a look at a body of one of the Paw Patrols and go, but where are his tan paws? His paws are this. you know, he's a little bit thinner. No, it doesn't happen. You got to get that face right. So just doing a simple dog body, 1 inch for the neck, about 2.5 inches for the front leg, 1 inch paw bubble, 1 inch paw bubble. Bring it back up with a 2.5 inch bubble, and connect that in, like so. And take another brown. Take your second brown. We're going to connect it into the neck, so it's going to make our neck a little bit bigger. We're going to finish off the back legs and give them the tail. If you are new, then welcome. I do this body for a lot of different animals. Tigers will get the same body, dogs will get the same body, cats will get the same body. Anything that has 4 legs will get this body. It's very simple, it doesn't waste a lot of balloons, and it makes things look really, really big. Honestly, the bigger the balloon, the bigger the smile. So I connected it to the back of the head. I have 2 balloons for the neck. Go ahead and bring it down about 3 inches. Alright, make your back legs same size. 1, 2, squeeze. Alright, bring it back in. Now, if you're new and you haven't seen this before, there are 2 balloons here. One will be used for a tail, the other one will be used as body filler. Whichever one has the smallest end. So if that means bringing them up, and take a look. This one's got the smallest one, this is going to be our tail. This one has most, is going to be our body filler. The reason why is body filler, you're going to be making a couple more passes to fill up the body. It's going to, you know, fill up your balloon a little bit more. So squeeze. Bring it right back in to your front paws. Squeeze. Bring it back into the back paws, and you should be able to make one more half pass. Go ahead, bring it up. And lock it in. Like so. So now we have a great body. It's nice and big. Go ahead, take your tail, give that a little squeeze. Curl it up if you want to. Usually kids, they like to take this little end and be like, boing, this is fun. I like a balloon. They like to twist it. Give them something to play with. Alright, they could twist it. They could, you know, pull on it. They could go ahead and whack each other with it. Give them something to play with. If they don't have anything to play with, they're going to end up popping it. Because they're going to want to go ahead and like, oh, look at this. Bang, 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 bang. You're going to lose your face. You're going to lose your dog. Alright. Finally. Back outfit. Pretty simple. It's just going to be a couple passes back and forth with our blue. This is where you're going to use your blue 160. Alright. You want to make a few passes with it, but not so much that you're going to put even more pressure. Again, like David Bowie. Keep it under pressure. Alright. I'm going to attach it right here at the base. I'm going to flip this up. So this is our front paws. I'm going to attach it right here. Right at the bottom of our neck where our front paws begin. We still haven't gone ahead and tucked these away. We'll do that later. That's going to be at the end. We'll start with 2 loop twists. These are the small loop twists. You want 1/2 inch loop twists. We're basically making a collar for them, like a collar of a shirt. Because if they want to have a tag on it, they want to put a leash on it, this is a great place to go ahead and stick a leash. Alright, it's going to keep the head facing the proper way, and it's actually very sturdy. See it right here? I could turn that into a leash, and they could go ahead and walk their little dog. They could go ahead and walk chase. But since we're not doing a leash, we're going to go ahead and pull this down to our back legs. Twist. And I'm just going to do several passes back and forth until we start filling it out. I don't want to force anything. I'm just going to let it lie where it's at. Because once we start forcing, it's going to pressure. Plus it's also going to go ahead and try to move a lot of the brown around. and we're gonna end up with like a pot belly, and we don't want a pot belly. So I usually like to get 4 to 5 balloons of whatever the color of the outfit is. For Chase, it's blue. For Digger, it's yellow. Why can I not think of the fire dog? You know, it's gonna come to me at the end of this. It's gonna drive me nuts. But I want to have at least 4 to 5 passes. Therefore, they could see that it's the outfit, but it's not going to cover up too much of the ground. This one, I managed to get 5 passes. What it's also going to do, it's going to anchor our legs, so they're not going to come undone. That was also a big thing. The legs would come undone, they would end up like elsewhere. But yeah, as you can see, this guy's a little jacket on. It did force out the brown at the bottom. Now, last thing, find any balloons that are sticking out. Go ahead. Did we tie up the white? I believe we did. Do we? Yes, we did. Okay. White is tied. No, it wasn't. It's not tied. When in doubt, always tie. Do that good blocking knot. Just once or twice. Again, being very careful. It's just because we have a lot of white here, and we can easily use that for another. Alright. Save that for another one. Our bush, though, on the other hand, is little. So what we're going to do, separate the head, pull it up, carefully wrap it around the hat or the ears. You don't want to pull your yellow in. Don't do that. Push the brown back in, and now your head's all done. Yay, everything's done. Lastly, go ahead, take your marker, draw on the eyes. If you have brown Sharpies, Chase has brown eyes. I do not. Because I always lose my brown marker. Everybody's like, oh, can I borrow your pen? Off it goes. But yeah, just a regular circle with the pupil. You don't have to be too fancy. If you have the brown, go ahead, give Chase his freckles. He also does have, I guess they call them freckles. But I'm going to get on with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now I know Chase does have pink on in his ears, but I've tried putting pink in his ears and it didn't work out so well. But anyway, here is what Chase looks like as a balloon. Yay! Paw Patrol! But yeah, guys, I'm glad to be back. I'm sure a lot of you are glad to see me come back. And it's between all the family trips and spending time with my grandmother and everything, I really wasn't in the right mindset to come back. And I thought I was just going to give up the channel. Honestly did. But, you know, I thought it was time to come back, especially with all the stuff I made. So, next week, let's do another one I made up when I was over at the flea market. Rat suit Rick and Morty. We're gonna do Pickle Rick inside his rat suit. Okay? That's gonna be next week. Again, doing one video a week. Not gonna blow myself out like last time. Because I think everybody kind of figured out it's kind of getting a little bad now. Yeah, once a week, we should be good. So, guys, thank you everyone for coming back. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for dealing with all this. But guys, like always, don't do anything stupid. Please. I know the world's really bad right now. Don't do anything stupid. Be safe. Have fun. Be good to each other. See ya.